Now, the last couple of weeks we have been doing a lot of writing during Writer's Workshop. Remember, we've been thinking about things, and then we have been getting our writer's folder, drawing a picture, writing our story, and then we've had some of our friends share it. We're going to do that again today. So I want you guys to think for a second about the book that we read earlier. Do you guys remember? Yep. Yeah. The book about Today I Feel Silly. Because when I was reading this book, I was thinking, I remember a time when I felt very silly. Very silly. Very silly. So I want you guys to look up here on the paper, because the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my picture, and then I'm going to write my story for you guys, and then you're going to get a turn to tell about a time when you felt very silly. Okay? All right. So before I get started, everybody check your legs. Hands in your lap. Trey Royo. Hands in your lap. All right. So when you are writing, the first thing you always do is write your name. After you write your name, what do you do? Anaya, go ahead. You draw your picture. Very good. And every time we draw your picture, what do I always tell you? Use lots of detail. Kiss your brain. So smart, kindergarten. Okay. So my story is about a time when I was silly. So everybody get still. Everybody get still. Hands in your lap, Joshua. Eyes up here. Now remember, this is my story, so I'm going to put my story on the paper, and I want you guys to just watch me, because in a minute you'll have a turn to do the same thing at your desk, okay? Okay? All right. So a time that I was very silly. All right. So I'm going to start out by drawing me. Remember we talked about what you look like. My hair is brown. I have brown eyes. Oh, and today, what color is my shirt, guys?
White and black.
It's white and black. Absolutely.
And brown.
You see some brown on it? There's a little bit. All right, so my shirt is going to be black, because I'm thinking about a day that I also had on this shirt. It was last Sunday, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. But I had on this shirt, and I was with... Let me get myself drawn. And I have all kinds of little designs on my shirt. Can't forget the earrings. Okay, I have all that. Oh, can't forget my pocket. All right, so there's me. I have you. There's me. But here's the thing. I wasn't by myself when I was being silly. I was with my daughter. And do you guys remember what color hair she has?
Blonde!
She has blonde hair. So we were together outside of the house. So that's what I'm going to draw.
Do your house too?
And she has green eyes.
I know. I remember that.
And she always loves to wear dresses. Well, she had on a red dress that day. So I'm going to draw a picture of her in her red dress. And it had polka dots.
Polka dots? I like polka dots. Polka dots.
Okay?
I have polka dots.
Okay, kindergarten. Right now, this is my story. Sit quietly. Okay? And we were outside of my house by this big, huge tree. It's such a big tree that my son, when he's out there with us, he likes to climb it. And he likes to climb up in the tree. But he wasn't there with us. It was just me and Mallory, and we were outside playing. But do you know how we were being silly? Let me tell you, because I have my picture, and I have some details. If I wanted to, I could draw my house. But we were specifically by the tree, which is why I drew the tree. Now, when we were outside, we were being so silly. We were playing a game called Big Blue. Have you guys ever heard of that game?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were playing a game, Big Blue. So my sentence is going to say, me and Mallory played Big Blue. So this is what you do. Just like what we've been talking about, when you're trying to figure out how to write a word, you're going to start your story all the way over here, and you're going to say the word slowly to figure out what sound you hear. Now, also, one of the things we have been talking about is spaces. Do you guys remember that? Every time you finish a word, you're going to put a space before you write the next word. Yes, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. So here is my story. Me. Me. Okay, there's one word. I'm going to put a space with my finger. And put a space. Mallory. Oh, she also starts with an M. Mallory. And I'm on the paper. Me and Mallory. Okay, that makes sense so far, right? Me and Mallory played. Oh, that's like pig. Remember P. Played. Okay, and I'm out of room. I'm out of room there, so I'm going to come all the way back. Me and Mallory played big. Okay? Guys, remember this is my story, okay? Big. And then I'm going to put a space in blue. Wait, that's one of our color words that we've been learning.
And B-L-U-E.
That's right. It's B-L-U-E. B-L-U-E. Period. Okay, so a good writer always goes back and reads their story again to make sure that you have it all down. Make sure that everything that you were thinking up here came out on your paper. Me and Mallory played Big Blue. Yeah, that makes sense. And that was very, very silly. You know why it was very silly? Because when we were playing Big Blue, both of us got so tickled. We were laughing so hard that we fell down and just laid on the ground and started giggling. Okay, so I'm going to write that real fast. So far I have me and Mallory played Big Blue. I'm going to put my space. We, space, got, we got so tickled. Oh, you know what? That's like my friend Tony. That's like his name. It starts with a T.
Like turtle too.
Tickled. Okay, check your legs. Check your legs. We got so tickled. I'm out of space, so I'm going to come all the way back over here. That, and I'm putting my finger there. What's that called? Space. We, space here, fell. Oh, that's like frog. Remember? That we fell. Okay, kindergarten, I'm going to go ahead and wait till everybody's still and sitting up. Eyes up here. That we fell down. There's my face again. Face. And, oh, I'm out of space here, so I'm going to come back all the way around. Started laughing. Here's my face. Laugh. Oh, that's like, what picture on the word wall? The lion. Laughing. All right. Okay, so now, remember what a good writer does? They go back and, a good writer goes back to read your story again to make sure it makes sense. Me and Mallory played Big Blue. We got so tickled that we fell down and started laughing. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so I want you guys to think about something that you did where you were so silly, that something that happened, that you were just laughing and laughing because you were so silly. So everybody close your eyes. Think about a time that you were so silly. Amber, close your eyes. Close your eyes. When you have an idea, raise your hand. A time that you were so silly. So silly. Joshua? Hang on just a second, Joshua. As soon as you come and tell me your idea, I'm going to give you your paper and you can go write it, okay? What's the first thing you do before you write? After you write your name, what do you do? Okay, Joshua, come tell me. What was the time?
The time I ran outside.
How was that silly? What did you do that was silly?
I played running moves.
All right. Take this back to your table. Go get started. All right. Somebody else, a time that was so silly that you can think of in your head. DJ?
One time I was jumping from this side of the couch to this side of the couch. One time I jumped on this side of the couch. Then I thought I did a flip on this side.
Oh, that's perfect. That is very silly. Now, everyone else, I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell them a time that you were so silly. And that's, you can join them, Sahaven, if you want to. A time that you were so silly that you just laughed and laughed and laughed. You can come with them, Sahaven. Yes, Michael. You've never been silly, ever, ever?
I was being silly.
You can share your